Hey sloth pickers. I watched some of the videos and I figured I would kind of show you guys how I do my gutting as quickly as possible. This isn't going to be as fast as my actual speed video, but it should give you a good idea. So I always rest my pinky right here. I can feel when it's loose, and that way I can just dump that bolt and the nut and everything should fall right out. One thing with the American locks is this little retainer thing will often get stuck when it's trying to dump. So just be aware of that. I usually pull that off right now. Rotate again. I like to keep this orientation so that when I actually do pull the core out, it's a little faster. I don't generally mess with using these. A lot of times the clip is oriented in a way where I can just grab it like that and just kind of pop it right off. You can see it's very close. I'm trying to keep it there so that it doesn't just fly away, but that will come off real quick. Now from here, if you're doing it properly, you want to make sure that these are pointed up so that your key pins don't fall out, and use a follower. I always make sure that this part of the core is like that, and that way when I shove everything through, there's less chance that the pins will pop out of the Bible. So I just slide it right there. When I do the faster gutting, I'm just going to take all of this and dump it right here, because there's no reason, if you know the pin out, to do things any differently. Then you just start grabbing all your springs, get those all set up in the top, then go for your drivers. I know that there are serrated in 1, 3, 4, and there are spools in 2 and 5. I don't know the key cuts on this, but I do know that it's green, white, white, black, black. There's only 3 separate types of pins used in this one. So you've got everything kind of laid out. And I mean, if he cares, then you're doing that. I know pin 1 can go there, pin 2, oh. Now normally when I do this, I will put my finger just like this. The reason I do that is because when I'm grabbing these pins, I can just kind of bump up against my finger with the tip of the tweezers, and it kind of gets it right where it'll slide right in. So you're just going to grab your next pin, bump up against your finger, and just let it drop in. Take some of the dexterity out of it because you have something to rest on. So now that that's done, I'll just show that that is in fact the pin out. And you can see everything is nice and flush. So we set this aside. Try not to drop it. Then we go to our Bible. And I always start and do 1, 2, 3. And then I rotate and do 5, 4. It's easier to get to everything if you do that, and it also gets you in an advantaged spot for when you're doing pin 5. So you grab pin 5, and when you drop these in, they actually sit inside the Bible. You don't actually have to do a whole lot with them. So then you grab your follower, push it up against that pin, and use your tweezers to just push that down ever so slightly so that it goes below. Then you grab your next pin, and like I said, these are all capable of just kind of falling in there. The springs are nice and short. I'm not going to walk you through every single one. There are different orientations on the serrated pins. I don't know how many people actually notice that, but your serration is closer on one end than the other. I always like to put this side towards the key pin so that there's more interaction in the lock when you're trying to pick it. So I don't know if everyone does that. I don't know if it's the right way to do it, but that's how I like it. So then we'll just drop that into pin 1 and again reorient them so that the Bible and this are kind of like that, and if you go quick, everything just slides right together. Then you grab your little C-clip, pop it on, grab this little retainer thingy. I don't know what that's called. Maybe one of you guys can tell me. Turn back to there, and we're good to go. So now all we have to do is just get this back in the lock. Or not. There we go. You want to make sure that you're turned kind of like that so that this just slides right in there. Like that. You can use your screwdriver to just kind of get that out of the way if you need to. And then drop the the nut in, drop the bolt in, and just tighten everything up. And so we'll do that a little faster without the explanation. Obviously dumping it like this is not going to help if you don't know the pin out, but It's a 5-pin lock, so you could always throw this in there if you had to and match everything up. Maybe you don't lose your C-clip. That would be nice. Thanks for watching.